guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Hi, if you're new, my name is Brenda, and today we are going to be covering the Skinwalker's urban legend. So before I get further along, I do want to say that everything will be linked down below of all the makeup products I use. So the Skinwalker legend, it's based on the Navajo tribe. In the Navajo culture, a skinwalker is a type of harmful witch who has the ability to possess, turn into, or disguise themselves as a animal. So they have the ability to transform into any animal that they please, and these animals are usually coyotes, bears, foxes, cougars. The one that they like to turn themselves into most is wolves. So we're going to be first covering the history of it. The Navajo tribe believe that there are places where the power of both good and evil are presented, and that those powers can be harnessed for either evil or good. Medicine men utilize these powers to heal and aid members of their community. Some Navajo practice witchcraft that is meant to harm or cause misfortune to others, and this is called the witchery way, which is like the witchcraft that you don't want to be doing. So sometimes these witches, they are healers in their community, and sometimes they evolve and they could either choose to do good or do bad with their powers. And sometimes, from what the information I gathered, was sometimes they choose evil versus doing the right thing. In order to become a skinwalker, you have to do one of the most horrific things, in my opinion, that you can do, which is you have to kill a family member, and that family member most often is a sibling of theirs. Before you can even do any of this, you have to be invited into the secret society, and then that secret society basically tells you have to kill a family member, and like I said, most often you have to kill a sibling. Why that is, I don't know. They didn't go further into it in the readings that I can find. They just say you have to do the evilest deed. And so after the deed is done, they acquire the supernatural power of being able to shape shift into any animal that they desire. So, they're evil, and they of course don't want to be known as them practicing the evil, which they often hide. So since they're shapeshifters, during the day they are normal members of their tribe, but during the night, that's when they do their shapeshifting into whatever animal they want to be, and that's when they do the evil deeds that they want to do. So skinwalkers are usually described as being monstrosities that run on two legs, and they do so on extreme speed. So they are really fast, and it is said that one way you can tell that someone is a shapeshifter is by looking them in the eye. If they are in their human form, their eyes look like a animal's eyes, and when they are in the animal form that they have shapeshifted into, it looks like a human's eyes, and when you shine light on their eyes are red. Those who have talked about their encounters with a skinwalker, they describe a number of ways on what these skinwalkers are doing. So when they're near homes, they will tap on windows. You will hear like clawings on the roofing, and you will hear banging on walls. So that's when they're in like a residential area. But most often than not, people say they see them when they are in vehicles. So if you're driving, when you're driving Arizona in the Flagstaff, Sedona area, it is said that that's one place of high activity that you will often see a skinwalker. And of course, the main reason that they're doing that is to cause an accident. So they'll jump in front of a car to hopefully cause a accident. So skinwalkers kill out of greed, out of revenge, out of envy, or just spite. And it robs graves for personal wealth and to collect much needed ingredients for them to use in their black magic. So now let's talk about like the sightings of skinwalkers, because there are many sightings that people have claimed to seen skinwalkers. Sightings have been reported since the 1960s of skinwalkers by non-Native American people. So in Flagstaff, a woman claimed that one night while driving across the Navajo reservation land, she was driving 60 miles an hour, and one of the apparent shapeshifters started running alongside her car and tapped on her window, and then it darted in front of her car and it just disappeared. It was nowhere to be seen, according to the lady, of course. Another man reported a virtually identical experience while driving near Sedona. The type of roadside encounter he had was also the same, but it was in Sedona, and there had been other reportings along Winslow and Winslow Rock. And around this area is the most commonly recorded form of modern skinwalkers. Frequently, motorcyclists are the ones that report that they hear some type of screeching and laughter. So it's like they like to torment the motorcyclist even more than they do people that are driving their cars. So that is what they like to do. They just like to torment and basically just cause chaos and hope that someone will have a accident. And as for far as sightings, there's like so many stories, and they're all basically the same, where they're just claiming that they're driving at night and they're driving at a high speed, and they'll hear knockings on their windows, screechings, and people often report it. So that to me is very scary. So in June of 1987, a mutilated body of Sarah Sagan was found in a rocky area behind where she worked at the Flagstaff Medical Center. So her body was found, and a professor at NAU, Northern Arizona University, he was the one that was accused of committing the murder. He was arrested on September for the murder of Sarah. And so right now I will do a disclaimer. It's about to get gruesome with the detail that I'm about to provide about Sarah's murder. And so her left breast was bitten off. So her left breast was completely bitten off. The prosecution's attorney said that the bite mark on Sarah's chest matched that of the professor, and the professor's name was George Abney. So they said that the bite mark matched his dental records. But the defense countered that the circumstance surrounding Sarah's case must have happened by a skinwalker witchcraft murder, because the evidence that they found was a broken stick left across her neck, as well as a clump of grave grass was left next to her pickup truck. And George's attorneys tried to implicate Sarah's boyfriend at the time, but it was proven that at the time Sarah's boyfriend was not in town. He was at a sweet lodge in Tuba City, and they confirmed that he was. And because her boyfriend was a part of the Native American church, they thought they could just pin it on him, but he had the proof. So of course he was not found guilty. And nothing really much happened with Sarah's murder. George got acquitted, so they just went with, something supernatural happened, I guess, because they didn't find him guilty and the case is closed. So, which I think is some BS, because even though they found that the bite mark matched that of the professor's, I think they should have gone deeper, but they didn't. Are we shocked? I don't think so. So I just want to give my 2 cents. So I have been to Sedona a couple of times, but on my most recent one, it was just me and my husband and our son. We went on a family vacation. And my husband and I both agree that Sedona is like a very spiritual place. Like, it's kind of eerie in a way because it's so quiet, it's so much desert, and it is a very eerie place. And me and my husband were talking about when we were there how we thought it was weird that they closed their shops very early. They don't stay past 8 p.m., I believe. Me and my husband just thought that was interesting because since Sedona is a pretty touristy like place, you would think they would stay out longer, but they don't. So we definitely think the people there know something that we don't know. I'll be right back. I'ma put some lashes on. So like I was saying, I definitely think, like, I know it's an urban legend, but I definitely think there might be something out there that is scaring people, just simply because, I mean, there are many stories that people share, so there must be something out there that is the truth. I also want to know that the Navajo people are very reluctant to talk about anything that has to do with skinwalkers or witchcraft. They are reluctant to talk to people that are not part of their community. So the little bits of information that we're able to find is due to some of the younger Navajo members that are willing to talk about it. But overall, the Navajo people are not willing to give out more information about the skinwalkers or witchcraft, which to me, that is just saying something that they know something, like they must know something. And I don't know, I just think it's a scary thing to think about, just because I'm not gonna say it's not true, but I'm not gonna say it is true either. I just think it's very interesting that many people report scenes of skinwalkers. They're called skinwalkers because they wear the pelts, the antlers of the animals that they transform into. And so like I said, they're tall, they're fast, they're agile, but people also claim that they don't look like normal animals, because some claim to see them as having human arms but animal feet and like a messed up face, basically. I just think it's an eerie thing, because like I said, I have traveled to Sedona, and traveling at night, it's very eerie because everything is pitch black. Like, the only thing that has light is the main plaza of Sedona has lights around it because of all the restaurants and businesses around there. But if you go a little bit further, there is not much lighting. And I mean, they even have tours that where they take you to like certain areas where you can sense a shift in like gravity and a shift in like mood. I don't remember exactly what they called it, but yeah, I definitely think the Skinwalker urban legend is a very eerie legend, especially since I live in Arizona and we do travel to Sedona or even Flagstaff. Is scary because that place is like more of a forest type of area. So I definitely see when people get scared at night and they might think they saw something, or they definitely know they saw something. So if you've ever find yourself on a highway in the middle of nowhere and hear tapping on your window despite traveling 60 miles an hour, just keep driving, unless you want to end up like the unfortunate souls who weren't lucky enough to be warned. But that is all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's urban legend. And as always, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe so our community keeps on growing. And if you have any information that I didn't include in this video, put that information down below in the comments so you can let me know. As always, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.